I'm just going to record it. It's recording it now. Okay, so this has been recorded. That's
So we'd like to start with you sharing the demo for configuration for type of product or vendors. And then after that, I think we can have some questions about it.
okay. So the vendor product edit is the one. I've sent you a link to the video a couple of days ago. Have you had a chance to view it?
Oh, I did.
Yes.
You did. Do you? Okay. Do you want to be able to? That shows how to put together products and attribute sets for vendors. Is that what you'd like us to focus on?
Actually, we would like you to show us how to configure in the Magento side.
Okay. Sergey, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I think we could show the vendor product edit configuration. What I'll do, you let me know when you're ready. We could use the A2 demo, and or if you have a different demo, it's fine. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll make you the presenter.
Yeah, specifically, we want to see how to do vendor setting that determines if it's commission rate or dropshipping sales, those kind of things, or we want to see how the cost or commission shows on your portal, those kind of things.
Okay, sounds good. So let's do the following. Let me make Sergey presenter. Just give me a second. There you go.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You want to show you two type of commission calculation, right?
Yeah.
We don't have the concept exactly as you state in your email, in your questions. But we have a tool to a configuration to make it close to what you expect. What you need to configure, we have two global and per vendor configuration for commissions calculation. It's in dropshipping and vendor statement options section. You need this configuration statement subtotal calculation based on. If you select price, it will pay vendor price of a product minus commission. You can change it to be cost. In this case, you will pay cost attribute. It's set up in product, and similar configuration you have per vendor. For example, you can leave globally price statement calculation based on, and for some specific vendors in integration statement section, you have subtotal calculation based on. You can put cost. In this case, you will pay this specific vendor product cost of product attribute, not price. And to make it in both cases, system will calculate commissions, so you need to make to set commission percent to be 0. so no commissions will be applied to this vendor. And there is such thing as commission fallback lookup. It's by default selected tier first. You can change it either global to be vendor first or per vendor to be vendor first. How this differs? If you select tier first, the system will look up commissions in this table. If it doesn't find commission setup here, as now it's empty, if you select tier first, it will then go to global tier commissions configuration and look into in this table, and only then it will go to default commission on vendor level. You will need to set this vendor first, so the system will look up commissions here, and then here instead of global configuration tier table. So in this case, you will make sure that that for this specific vendor commissions will be 0, and this way you will emulate your concept of dropshipping vendor, the dropshipping commission setup. Does this make clear? Do you need me to place test orders, generate statements, etc.? One more thing to note is how cost is set up. For example, you can go to the simple product and scroll down to dropship vendors tab. You will have cost field here. You can put some value, and this value will be used for what to pay vendor. For example, cost is $50 and vendor price is 70. This means that customer will pay $70 and you will pay vendor $50. I can make it okay, go ahead.
Yeah, can vendor change the cost?
Yes, vendor can change cost.
After we approve after we publish that product?
So the way it works, let me step in here. After the product is approved, there is a set of configurations that allow for you to be notified when there's a change to the product.
Okay.
Okay, but if you don't want the vendor to be able to change anything after your approval, we are going to have to customize the system for you, not to allow that. But the way system works by default is there are a set of configurations that determine what system does after you approve it. And it could, let's say, if the vendor changes, updates cost, the system can automatically unpublish the product, or just notify you, or just, there are configurations. So you tell us how you want it, and it could be configured or customized how you want it. Okay?
Could you show us the notification page? How we got the alarm?
So it will be just like an email. Could be just an email. So Magento has, so what's important to understand about your marketplace is that it could be configured in a way that meets your requirements. And it's not a pre-configured product that things certain ways. So when you ask us, can you be notified? Yes, but how would this notification look? There's a system function that will be able to customize to send you notifications. By the way, Sergey, are there notifications for product status, not product update of attributes? Is there such a thing? Is there
There is notification section in vendor product edit. You can enable it to receive products that was changed to pending status. So if product unpublished by changes in vendor portal, admin can receive notification and vendor can receive notification. Also, when products approved, it's possible to receive vendor approved products notification and admin can receive a copy of it.
Yeah.
For fix is when admin changes product status to be fixed, requires fix. This will send vendor notification which lists products and what exactly need to be fixed. The fixed message should be set per product in fixed requires from vendor. You put there some text, and vendor will receive notification with this text and references to this specific product. Email template will look. I will try to find it.
Yeah, but the email template could look in any way that the client wants. Yeah, there are certain email templates.
So this will just simply list this text. Following products are pending, waiting for administrator to approve. And this will put here HTML grid that will list product and SKU and what was modified, attributes or image uploaded or configuration, product changes, etc.
Can we get notification if the price changes or if the product status is out of stock, or if the vendor changed product information like product name or those kind of things?
We have this type of actions that are tracked. It's configuration calls unpublish vendor product and following changes. So you can select on which actions to unpublish product. When vendor add new product or image, edit image, removed image, some changes is in configuration, in configurable product, attributes change and stock changed, and custom options changed. So if you're speaking about price change, this need to be selected, but this does not differentiate by product attribute. It will track any attribute change. So.
But it's only for unpublished product, right? Published product.
Yes, that's when vendor change of product that enabled and published on the front end, and then vendor change, for example, price or description or product name, and you have selection here to unpublish on following changes, which means that after vendor do some modifications from this list, any action, the product status becomes pending, and which means it's unpublished on front end, and it waits for admin to change its status from pending to approved. And all this status change, unpublish and publish are tracked by the system and generate email notification according to this configuration. if you are looking for only unpublished and some specific attribute is changed, that is not available. It will track any attribute change.
불가능하지. 그러니까 어떤 excuse me. 어떤 항목들에 대해서는 바뀐 거에 대해서만 노티피케이션을 받고 싶으면 그건 불가능해.
근데 저기 나머지가 다 나눠져 있는 것 같아요. 이미지를 빼거나 이런 건 돼 있는
돼 있는 거
그
같고.
옵션에 대해서 저 어차피 밸류라는 게 근데 옵션을 뭐 그 이름을 바꿨는지 아니면 가격을 바꿨는지 모르겠어요.
그런 것들을 모르는 것 같아. 뭐라도 하나가 바뀌었으면 저게 되더라고요.
저런 그냥 다 언퍼블리시 된 걸로 지금 모르겠거나.
근데 컨피그러블 심플 에딧이 옵션을 추가한다는 거죠.
네, 그것도 셀렉트
저거는 할 수, 저거 구분은 가능한데 기존 옵션
저기 지금 유프로덕이나 이미지나 나열된 거 있잖아요.
네,
딱
저거는
그거는 하나는 가능한데 프라이스 자체 이런 거는 안 되니까 그런 경우는 이제 어치뷰 파일로 그 체인지 더 옵션 선택하면 어떤 걸 바꾸든지 간에 이제 그 언퍼블리시 하면 되죠. 근데 뭐가 바뀌었으면은 언퍼블리시 하고 다시 리뷰하고 하는 게 나을 것 같아요.
아니 근데 뭐가 바뀌었는지조차도 모르는 거잖아.
가격인지 아니면 그냥 옵션 네임인지 그걸 비교를 해봐야겠는데
So we don't know which attribute has been updated, right?
You will have a notification that list attributes that vendor change.
We will have list of the change.
Yes, it will list attributes that were changed, but not specific values that were changed.
If you need the more detailed changes, we could custom develop them for you. Like more detailed modification and more detailed changes could be custom done.
So can you show the page that how to manage which attribute we can allow vendor to update or which one is prevent?
It's same configuration section, vendor product edit. You have vendor product edit form. Here you add as many attributes as you need from the product for vendor to modify. Vendor will not see more than attributes that you put here. So it will require minimum information from vendor to change in product.
Okay.
Like, for example, let's take a specific example. So we have product here, and want let's try to add some extra attribute like features. You add it in configuration. And it should appear in product edit screen. Okay. Also, it's important to note that as you see, this attribute didn't appear. Features bags. That's because it associated on this bags attribute set, and we're currently now in woman button. attribute set. I will try to add attribute from this attribute set. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we can add, for example, gender attribute. It's not available currently here. Let's add it in configuration. And refresh the page from vendor product edit. So we have now gender multi-select attribute that vendor can modify. So that's for main fields, for main attributes, main form. We also have add product options form. It's configured separately. So for example, you want to hide weight and product name, for example, or these few fields. We go to same section, vendor product edit, but just subsection will be add product option out. Let's remove vendor title, for example, and description, and add, for example, vendor cost. So vendor can modify his cost. And let's see what we can. Here's the list that is available for you to add to vendor. For example, status. It's a status of vendor offer. If vendor change status of his offer, okay, we have now add product options section customized by attributes that we added. We can change it to active. And save. Another thing that I think you asked for is how to hide price attributes from configurable product. We're now in configurable product, and for example, you don't want to show prices of configurable product because it's actually not used by Magento. You go to vendor product edit form, scroll down to the price section. Vendor price. You need to make it limited by product type and people only for simple products. And same we need to do with special price, simple products only. And of course for special from to dates. Now if we refresh the page, these attributes will be gone. But if we go to simple product, I'm not sure if I think it's still configurable. Let's create a simple product.
Are you guys following what
Yeah.
I'm doing, or
Yeah.
you are? Okay, good.
So it's a simple product. As you see, we now can see special prices in main form section. These fields will be visible only for if we edit simple product. And we have also other fields appeared, like stock quantity, which was not visible on configurable product page.
So those settings, we can manage it per vendor, or we can manage it only for whole vendor.
No, this section is only global configuration. You cannot have separate settings for this per vendor. That will require customization.
Okay. But we can set different commission per vendor, right?
Yes, commission is possible. You have in vendor, you have tier commission settings. You can set up different commissions for categories. You can set up commission, base commission, I mean default commission, if none of here was set up, or if you don't want to use
Can we
tier
change
commission.
the commission for specific product for one vendor? Like if vendor like do big sale, then can we adjust to the commission for that product?
You can, but can you remember, are you going to have multiple vendors per order, per product?
Sorry?
Multiple vendors per product, multi-vendor add-on. Are you going to sell to use it? Select and sell. The
Yeah,
limitation here, you can have commissions per product, but this applies to all vendors within product. I will show you in a minute.
여러 vendor 걸쳐있어요.
Just need to recall how this works.
그런 것 때문에 전체가 다 바뀌었잖아요. 프로덕트 바꿨어. A, B, C 밴드가 다 팔고 있어요.
A, B, C 다 같이 바뀌어요.
프로덕트에서 바뀌고. If that product is not selling to by multi vendors, then we can still just change the commission.
by products?
Okay, here how it works. You need to create an attribute for commission percent. You go to product, attributes, add attribute. Commission, it will be a text field. I think nothing specific here need to be selected. Commission. So now you have commission attribute. You need to copy this code, attribute code, and put it in configuration dropshipping commissions product attribute code for commission percent. Then save it, and also you need to add this attribute to different attribute sets. like for example button. Commission. And save attribute. And now you can set up different commissions per product. Just put commission value in newly added attribute. Commission. Here you put just number without percent char. Save, and system will look into this configuration tier commissions. For this code, it will look for attribute with this code, and if you have set up in product and if you set up in this product commission value, this will be used for product commission in vendor sales. But what I was talking about is that all vendor offers from here will use same commission amount. We don't have configuration to have like extra commission field, so you can change something like here and have different commissions per offer. So this commission is global per product. If product is sold by either of two these vendors, they both will have same commission. That's the limitation with this feature, but in general it's possible to have per product commission.
And where can vendors check the statement for like payment? How much they will earn after sale?
Unfortunately, we don't have this in vendor portal, but admin can generate statement. We already have statement, and then check them and send email. This will send notification to vendor. Send vendor email with this PDF attached, and vendor can see the details of orders that are payable now. But this will not list all orders. This will list only orders that are applicable for inclusion in statement and payout. Basically, this will list of only purchase orders or shipments, depends on your configuration, that have status, this column, that have status from this list. By default it's just shipped selected. I think we change it to be all included for more understandable, to be more understandable. So for example, if you have only shipped selected here, the statement will not include all orders. It will include only purchase orders that have ship status. Not a good example. For example, ready to ship. So ready to ship possess only few purchase orders. If we reset filter, we have a lot more purchase orders with different status. For example, pending. If pending status is not selected in this configuration, then vendor will not see these orders in statement. It will not. He will not see until vendor change status or admin change status of this purchase orders. That's how system decide which purchase orders are payable and which are not yet payable. Which one to include in vendor statement and which one is not ready to be included in vendor statement.
And can you show me how to set the options for product type of the product?
By options, you mean attribute or
Color and size.
or what you have here? You mean how to configure these two drop downs?
Drop down, and according to the type of product, sometimes option came out, like 2 options came out, and sometimes just 1 color option came out. So how to set up those, how many options we will have per type of product? For example,
you mean how many options to be here?
No.
Or in product edit?
Yeah.
Or this, how many options here?
No.
Color.
Depends on the type of the product. The product has the color options and size option at the same time, but depends on the product type. Sometimes the product only have the size option. So we want to know how to set the that option.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Color
Okay.
and size.
Okay, I think I understand. We have templates queue here, and for example, we have type of product woman. We configured here to be color and size. And this means that when you create configurable product, you select here color and then add here sizes. If, for example, you want to have only color selected without size, or for example only size, you create here another type of product. Size, for example. Select same attribute sets as you did here. Save this configuration, and then in templates queue, select this newly created type of product, woman size, and here configure which attributes to show for this type of product, for this combination of type of product and attribute set. Okay. I think that should be enough. Let's make it. Okay, I opened two tabs with my product. With one, when we select woman bottom, add new product with options as we did previously. We have here color selected, and we need to add sizes. And to make it to see the difference, we will select type of product, women size, and bottom attribute set, and click add product, add new product with options. And as you see here, we have only size attribute selected. You add size, and you don't need to put anything extra here. So this will be a combination. It will be same attribute set, magenta attribute set, but it's grouped under different type of product, and you have here different requirements for configurable attribute selection. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
I have
Great.
a question about the product options. On Magento, they provide the customizable options function. On that, there is an option type. Like you can choose text type, Dropbox, or that kind of thing.
You mean this? You mean this
Yeah.
section?
Yeah. So vendor also can set like option types. Actually, I don't know about the customizable option function on the Magento.
I think this should be available, but let me double check. I can't recall if we did this. Okay, yes, it's possible. You need to select allow add edit custom options to be yes in vendor product edit general section, allow add edit custom options, and the vendor can add custom options here. Select type. For example, different prices and etc. And etc. So this is possible with vendor, with product manager.
And can you also show us the bulk upload setting? Actually, last time we missed that part. So,
Bulk upload.
yeah.
The configuration is exactly the same as for product manager. I choose same configuration from here. Vendor product edit form and product options form. Whatever you put here, which attributes you included in this configuration, will be visible in bulk upload. That will be required for bulk upload. The columns that you see here is taken from this configuration. For example, you want to change field to be required or not. For example, you need to make gender required field. Currently, it's optional here. You change it here to be required. Save configuration. And next time vendor visit bulk upload page and select attribute set. Now this this attribute becomes required, and you cannot, vendor cannot delete it. When if vendor don't want to upload some fields, like for example vendor title, he can remove the column and it will not be required in import file.
Okay.
Also, vendor can change here some configurations and for example save whatever he changed here. For example, he reordered some columns, removed or added some columns. He can save this these changes, or for example he changed options to be non-default into columns config. Now, as you see, there is another drop-down option here. It's say vendor saved configuration. If you change it back to default, you will see this order is as it was before, vendor title here. But if you change to saved configuration, it will show only fields that vendor configured and options too. Then vendor can go to another step. For example, I will generate example file. Let's make it a bit smaller. Here is the example import file. I will make sure that this product does not exist. Okay, products does not exist. And let's upload this file.
Okay, do we have to, can you, I have a question.
Yes, sure.
Do we have to list of configurable product and simple product on the spreadsheet altogether? Or you can just list the simple product and configurable product will be created automatically?
No, you need to have configurable product too. The first row is configurable product. Because you put here all general information for the product, like description, name, it will be copied to simple products. And for simple products, you need to provide only some required attributes like parent SKU, child SKU, a configurable first columns after SKU and parent SKU will be configurable product, configurable attributes that need to be each combination different for per vendor. And required fields are weight and like vendor cost, status of offer. The columns that required here comes from this configuration. From this section. For simple products that that are children from of configurable product, the only required values that you need to put in spreadsheet is attributes that were selected here. So you don't need to fill all the information for the product, like description or any other general attributes that will be common for all simple products. So the first row will be a configurable product, because the system determine if it's configurable or simple, that is child of configurable, by parent SKU column. If it's empty, then it's configurable product. If it has parent SKU, then it's simple product, child of configurable.
If the vendor update published products as a bulk update, then they need to fill out configuration products and simple products, or they can do only configurable product on the Excel sheet. For the published product.
To make product published, vendor need to supply status and visibility attributes, or they need to be set up in template product. For example, here we have template product, and if you go to catalog, okay, I think it's not set up, but it's possible to create a product with some predefined settings and save it with this SKU, template product SKU, and reference this SKU here. And all products that vendor create in product manager or bulk upload, the data will be copied from this product. So you can eliminate number of fields that vendor need to enter and upload, and have something already pre-selected, which is taken from this template product.
Okay, so what she asked was basically that can you update only certain column of existing products? Like when you using the bulk upload, can you update some of the attributes or
I mean, if the vendor updates published product by
Let's say a vendor need to update the price all at once, like 10 product for 10 product. But does vendor have to update all the simple product together, or vendor can just update 10 configurable product by just updating that price column?
Price column is different for each simple product. Magento use prices from simple products, so vendor need to update all simple products that he need to change price. If you mean you want to have minimum amount of attributes to be in the minimum amount of columns in this import file, then you will need to make all fields not required. Only then you can allow vendor to upload only specific only some specific attributes. Like for example, when vendor want to update only inventory of a product, so he might want to upload only 2 columns file like SKU and stock quantity. But these configuration settings requires other fields to be here. So you need to make them all not required, and only then vendor can, for example, okay, I will vendor state. Let's see what we have now. So now we have required only price and stock quantity. Configurable attributes, for example, vendor want to update only inventory and price for existing products. He can remove all these unnecessary columns and leave only price, stock quantity, and SKU and configurable attributes. He can save this. He need to select only update existing records to eliminate errors. Save the columns config as inventory update, so he can later, for example, he visit bulk upload again, select of product, attribute set. He can select in columns config not default drop down option, but inventory update drop down option, and then he can provide only a smaller file. Let's make a change of existing products. Inventory. For example, only let's take few simple products that vendor want to update. For example, these two. This queue is we need queue of parent product. Okay, we have minimum information file, and we'll try to upload it. Okay, something was. Okay, I'm sorry for this technical problem, but I will check this. But the idea is that it is possible.
So if a column is not required column for update only with the configurable product information, right?
Yes.
And is there any function that vendor can download their product list?
No, unfortunately, we don't have such functionality.
Vendor can set the promotion, then after that we're gonna get the notification. For the promotion set?
Vendor can set up any promotion. It's not necessary to wait for the product to be unpublished. It's not limited to published products. You can just add promotion with some conditions that might work for further products, for not yet published products.
Only for the not published product.
No, for any product. The published product is what customer can buy. If product is not published, then customer cannot buy it. But the shopping cart rule can, for example, vendor create a shopping cart rule and have products that not yet published, but that rule should apply to these products. Or for example, the rule can apply to products that he can later add or upload, but the rule already created the promotion.
But if the vendor like set the promotion for discount, then it directly affects to our profit. I think that shouldn't be done by vendors after publish it.
You can configure whether you want a discount to be to affect your commission. It's in configuration, dropshipping vendor statement. For example, you want commission to, you want this to be included in payout. This means that that vendor will be paid minus discount, or this means that discount is covered by vendor, not by you. If you want to share discount with the vendor, you can apply commission on discount. This means that you will share discount with him. So you will receive commission less on discounted amount. It's a bit confusing here, but that's to reflect more technical implementation of how discount to consider in payout. You just need to know that discount in payout include means that vendor will pay for discount. Apply commission on discount. If you have yes, then you will share the discount with vendor. And if you select no, you will not share discount with vendor. So only vendor will pay for discount. If you select yes, then you will pay part of discount amount. The same settings you have in specific vendor configuration. You can have this. You can have this different per vendor. In vendor preferences, scroll down to statement, and you can have either use global configuration, or you can, for specific vendors, exclude, for specific vendor include, and same for apply commission on discount. Yes, no, or global configuration. That's how you control whether you share discount with vendor or not share, or whether you do discount yourself and vendor receive amount without discount.
Oh, and I already asked this question to Felix, but I didn't understand the answer. So if we upload bulk product with color size option that is not exist on current attribute set, then does this new option being created automatically?
We added configuration for this in bulk upload. It calls auto create missing attribute values. If a vendor upload a sheet with options that does not exist in attribute, this if he select yes here, then it will add new option values to attribute. If he select no, then it will report an error. So it's up to vendor to control whether to or not to create new options for attributes, for drop-down attributes.
근데 우리가 했을 때는 안 그랬어.
Can you show how to set the image per option?
For color option, when we tested it, we couldn't see that function.
Yes, you had previous version of bulk upload. The latest version have this. For example, this product. We have section for color, lavender. We can upload here different images.
But that's our configuration, like putting
It's,
image per color option. Is our configuration on Magento admin?
No, it's product vendor portal feature. You have this in Magento admin, but it was not available for a while, but now it's available. For example, let's save this product and check it in admin to make sure it's enabled and visible on front end. As you see, when it's saved, you have per color images different, and also you have main images. And okay, for some reason, quantity is not here. Oh, now it's here. Okay, let's try to find the product on the front end. Out of stock. It's strange why it's active. Okay, so sorry again, technical difficulty. I will change from admin and take a look later why it doesn't update vendor offer status. And okay, we have now configurable product page, and if when we okay.
저는 우리가 이거 쓰는 마켓플레이스 사이트 도움이 있어요.
Oh, right. Magenta requires to select two attributes to make per simple per option image to show. As you now change images to be per option.
But for now, we are using the function that even the customer click only the color swatch or just to choose only the color option, the thumbnail image changes.
Well, maybe there is some configuration in Magenta. I can't answer right now. I will need to check this. But by default, it works this way. So if the main idea is to upload option images into configurable simple products. As you see in admin, we have main product, and it has its own image, and we have simple products which have different images. So the requirement for product manager is to upload images into these configurable simples. And what need to be changed here? What need to be changed is front-end page JavaScript to switch images based on just color selection.
Okay.
So it's not part of product manager or bulk upload because it upload images correctly. So I think JavaScript on this page need to be tweaked a little, or maybe there is some Magenta configuration. Unfortunately, I'm not aware which exact configuration, if it exists, but I can later check this and let you know if there is such configuration, or it need to be a customization of product view page.
I made a test product. The ID is 2026. I think it should be a configurable product, but I see it as a simple product. Do you know why it is?
I think it's better if you screen share and show how you were
Maybe?
how to reproduce it, because I did tests did tests myself and was not able to reproduce. So it's better if you screen share or record a screencast so I can later check why it created wrong products, because I did not able to do this myself.
Because even the ID has an options, like two options, then even though it can be the simple product, because you can see 2026 and 2027. The name of the product is test20131 Sohyun.
You mean this one?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Yes, I already checked this today, but I was not able to reproduce this. That's why I need you to record a video screencast how you were able to get to this to these results. I tried to create product from admin area, from vendor portal, from bulk upload, and I was not able to get the results that you did. So if it's possible, can you record a screencast video with steps to reproduce this problem?
Okay, we will actually, if we encounter the same problem, we will let you know.
And so we wanted to try to place an order. Actually, we placed test order on Magento front that you gave us as a demo site, but the order didn't come up on the vendor portal. So can you check that too?
Can you repeat the question, please?
We placed a test order on Magento, but this order didn't come up on the vendor portal. So can you check if the demo site is correctly working?
Guys, can you do you have the demo open right now? Maybe I could make you a presenter, and so we could go in.
Oh yeah, it's that one.
Which?
Yeah.
12?
But I couldn't see
this one.
Yeah. I think now it's resolved. So we will try to process the order on the vendor portal.
Because none of the system vendor will see order when purchase order is generated. Now it was selected just closed status. I will include processing status here. And if you place new orders, or for example add command here for this order, it will generate a purchase order. It's now unavailable, but after I added change configuration in make available to dropship on order status and selected processing status, then I added command and it generated my purchase order, and now you can see it in vendor portal.
Okay.
It's 12.
Guys, just to let you know, we have another call that we have to attend. So if you still have questions, you could obviously let us know right now, or maybe we could schedule one more call for tomorrow, or because I reserved 1 hour, but we've been going for an hour and a half, which is fine. But I just was letting you know that there's some time constraints here. We have some commitments.
Okay. So we will send you question if we have any more things to ask. Yeah.
So do you have anything else that you'd like us to cover for today?
Excuse me? No?
No more questions for today?
No.
Okay, sounds good. So send us your questions. I have recorded this screencast. I'm going to share it with you so you could watch it again. And if necessary, we'll be happy to schedule one more conference call with screen sharing.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.